Hi there. So I'm going to try this again because I can't upload the video. So here goes again, the instructions. I think that the quality is like really bad, but anyway. Let me see. Let's see if that'll help. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your candle and you are going to write your intention. Sort of going to measure like where it comes up to the rim. You don't want, and you're going to cut like a rectangular piece of paper, more or less. So there we go. And you're going to write your intention on it. I'm going to send you what I write as an intention for these candles, but you know, you can change it or you can add to it, or you know, just delete whatever doesn't resonate with you. So once you have your rectangular piece of paper, like so, you are going to write your intention on it. And I have like these glitter pens or like a metallic gold marker. I like to use this one, but you can also use like a green, which is the color of health, or blue, which is protection, or purple. But you know, if you don't have any like colored pens or anything, then you can just use a normal pen. And so you're going to write your intention with all your intention, valga la redundancia. And once you're done, you are going to take that and you are going to read it. Well, you're going to connect with your heart, like really connect with your heart and read it out loud 3 times with all of your intention, with all of your heart. It just, energy work works regardless, but intention just really makes it so much more powerful. So you're going to read it out loud 3 times, connecting from your heart. And once you have done that, you are going to roll it up like so. And then the other way. And then I like to use a plate. Here we go. I like to use a plate for my candles. I have these plates that have like a blue circle around them just to keep like the energy contained. And so I place the candle on the plate. Why do I do this? Because, well, to keep the energy contained, but also because these candles have herbs in them. So sometimes they kind of catch fire. And when that happens, the glass container can break. So you've read your intention out loud, you've rolled it up, and now with the written part towards the candle, you're just going to leave it there. You roll it up so it just stays around the candle without having to put any tape on it. And it is, the written part is just going to be facing the light of the candle. Okay, so I like to light my candles with wood matches. If you have a wood match, that would be great. If not, just, you know, with a lighter or whatever you have. And you are going to leave the candle in a very safe place until it burns all the way down. You don't put it out. So, you know, you can do it if you have a fireplace, for example. You can do it tonight and just leave it burning all night. Or if not, then what you can do is just, you know, do it early in the morning. These candles have a burn time of about around 8 hours. So just, you know, do it when there'll be somebody there to, you know, just keep an eye on them. But, you know, fireplace is the best. But if you don't have a fireplace, then just make sure that you leave it where there's nothing near, like no curtains, nothing nearby that could catch fire. Okay. Okay, so let's imagine that we lit our candle, 8 hours has passed, and now all the wax is consumed. And so you're going to take your intention and you are going to connect to the spirit of fire and ask it to purify and cleanse any remaining impurities, anything that the paper may have absorbed. And so you're going to light it also, like in a safe place or like in a bowl or something. You light it, you burn it, and like, connect into the fire. And then you ask the smoke to take your intention, your petition, your request up to the highest realms. And then you just trust that this is manifested in physical reality and that it worked. And that's it. And then, sometimes the glass will, have soot or have like figure drawn on it. You can try to read the glass to see, if you can see anything. If not, you can just, wash it with soapy water, and it has crystals in it. So you can repurpose the crystals, you can cleanse them by just leaving them in water and salt overnight. And that's about it. Okay, and I will send you what I write for the intention in a text message, because it's, it's easier to copy if you're so inclined to do. And okay, so let me just pause this video and we'll explain what you have to do with the crystals. Hey there, I'm back. Okay, so with the crystals, what the crystals have, just like a very brief explanation, is a hologram of the spike protein. So you may or may not know this, but the spike protein is the part of the coronavirus that attaches to our cell receptors. And that's how the virus gets its genetic information into our cells and makes our cells, turns them into factories. And that's how the virus replicates inside our body. So what this hologram does is that it fills these receptors with the frequency, with the hologram of the spike protein. So in case you do get infected, these receptors are already full. And so here's the coronavirus, and it has nothing to latch onto, okay, because these are already full of light. And so your immune system doesn't get overwhelmed. It takes care of the coronavirus. You already have antibodies for them as well, from the vaccine. And so you don't get COVID. COVID is like the syndrome, or the syndrome that you get when you get infected. You can get infected and not get COVID. So this prevents you from getting COVID. And so yeah, that's a very, like brief, simple explanation. I am going to do a more thorough video on how this works. But anyway, just so you know what you're taking, and again, intention makes a huge difference. So you are just taking a hologram of the spike protein. So it fills the receptors, and free-floating spike protein from the vaccine or the spike protein from the coronavirus, if you did, if you are exposed to someone who is infected, it just won't take hold in your body and won't cause any damage. So that's the intention of this. So you're going to take your crystals, and if you're sensitive to energy, these crystals are attuned to your specific frequency. That's also important. We each have a unique frequency. So I connect to your frequency through a photograph of you, and I know your name, and I know you guys. So I connect to you, I imprint the crystals with the hologram, and then I attune them to your specific frequency. So the crystals that are for you are only going to work for you. Okay, so you're going to take like a mason jar, or you can also take a dropper bottle, and you are going to put the crystals inside the jar, or you can put them like in a pitcher or something that has a lid. Why? Because once the crystals are in here, you're going to fill it up with water, preferably distilled water. Distilled water is just like pure water with nothing else. So it's very quick to absorb frequencies. But if you don't have distilled water, then you can just use, well water if you have access to it, or spring water. Try not to use tap water. That would be the best. But if you only have tap water, then use it. And then, once you refill this, then you can use distilled water or something else. But anyway, so you put the crystals in the jar or in the dropper bottle. I think this is easier to explain. You fill it up with distilled water, and you give it a really good shake, like super, 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 this activates. So this is how homeopathic medications are done. They're diluted, and then they have to be given a really good shake. So if you have a jar, you just really shake it up. And then you tap it 3 times. So that's sort of to get your energy, whatever your energy is, out of the medication. And Lisa, you can put all your crystals, the ones for, your medications and everything else that I sent, together with the hologram. You just have to, you just have to, when you're drinking the water, connect to those intentions every single time. So that's important for everybody. You leave the crystals in the water overnight, and then you take like maybe 1 glass. If you're doing it in a dropper bottle, you can take 1 dropper, maybe 3 times a day. If you're doing it in a glass jar, you just take 1 glass of water every day. You drink it, and with the intention, just visualizing how this hologram is just filling all your receptors, and it's also programmed to just block the spike protein. Okay, so because these receptors are called ACE2 receptors, they are important in our body to regulate blood pressure. So this hologram is only programmed to block the spike protein. It's not, it won't block other proteins that need to bind with those receptors in order, to maintain a healthy, your blood pressure at healthy levels. So I think that's it. I initially, when I started sending out the hologram, I was telling people to, with the dropper bottles, you had to take it 3 times a day for 7 days, 1 drop, or no, I think it was 9 drops for 3 times a day, 7 times, 7 days. But right now, with the whole situation that's going on, I would suggest just, continuing to take it like indefinitely. It won't do you any harm, and it will keep you protected. I think that its true value is preventive, more than as a treatment. It also works as a treatment, but for infected people, but I think that its true value is preventive. So just keep taking it, maybe until this 3rd or 4th, whatever wave we're at, just sort of dies down. And what else? I was going to say something else that was important. Oh, okay. So if you run out of water, you already shook it, and then you're taking 1 glass every day. So when it gets down to maybe over here and just refill it. Shake it again, tap it 3 times and leave it overnight and you're ready to go. Okay. And if you have any questions, let me know. And what else? Okay, so I'm gonna upload this video to YouTube, and in the description, I'm gonna write the intention. So you can also send it to your mom and to the Alaska contingent. And anyway, let's just know that this works and that you will be protected. And I send you a great big hug, and I love you guys. Bye-bye.